How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Talking with Dean. My guest needs no introduction, but I'm going to give it to him anyway. He hails from Nintendo City, New York, weighing in at 170 gigabytes, the master of multitasking, the game changer, the viral Switch wrestler. Big game. Don't forget his name. Leroy. How was that?
Oh, that was incredible. Like I gotta take you on the road with me, man. You gotta be my first ring announcer.
Hey, I'll be a good one, man. I'll be a good one, you know? So, Leroy, it's really no question. I got into you because, I saw the Twitter. You're wrestling with a Switch.
That's the wrong number!
Congratulations! This game's winner is
Big Game Leroy.
Yeah. I mean, I it's not that I planned that out. It's more like, you know how like you're really hooked on a nice game or something and you're having a good time and you're in a flow and you don't want to ruin that flow. And then, next thing you know, the bell rings, there's some guys over there on the other side of you trying to beat you up, and he doesn't really understand that you can't really pause the game because it's going to ruin the whole thing. So you end up doing a little bit of wrestling because you're really good at wrestling, but you're not putting down the Switch because you're still gaming. You're really good at gaming. So, that's why the master of multitasking comes in. You got to make sure that you're doing a little bit of both, doing both at a high level.
Right. And you do that very well. I saw quite a few matches of you before we did this little interview we're doing right now. And, man, I just want to ask you, what got you into wrestling? And, what was the match and you were like, that's the one. I want to be like that guy.
I think I've said it's always so hard to pinpoint because I started wrestling before I could even really remember and know what wrestling really was. I think I was 4 or 3 years old, and I was definitely someone was channel flicking, and I remember it landed on The Rock, and I really, really liked what he was saying. It was really funny. It was definitely Attitude Era Rock, and I was just like, oh man, this is awesome. This dude, I don't know what the hell he's talking about, but it's entertaining. It's great, and I need to see more of it. I need to see what he actually does. Then he kind of got his ass kicked a little bit, and that was fun. So my thing from then on was just I just need more of this. And as I got a little bit older, I started watching SmackDown back when it was on Thursdays, and that was really, really cool. And I was just like, oh man, SmackDown on UPN, Rey Mysterio, Matt Hardy, RVD, Edge, guys like that were these guys are super cool. They're like superheroes, except it's in real life. And so I was hooked from then on, and I just didn't really grow out of it, even though I was probably supposed to.
Oh, wow. Okay, so there's a bit of an age gap here. My first time I saw Sergeant Slaughter burn the American flag, and I was like,
oh, God.
And then
also, it's such a controversial moment.
Yeah. They showed it on USA No Tomorrow and everything. And then I guess I missed out. And then the loop, few years passed and everything. And it's I see Razor Ramon win this battle royal, having to face Rick Martel, and go on to next week for the Intercontinental Championship, the vacant Intercontinental Championship.
Nice. Oh, you were in the golden era. That's golden era.
Yes, the golden era indeed. Yes, that was it. Okay, so it's you have wrestled for 8 years and wrestled in promotions like CZW, Combat Zone Wrestling.
Yes, I have.
House of Glory, Hog, Evolve, Invictus. Are you still currently with them? You're currently
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I just wrestled for them a few weeks ago. Going to be wrestling for them yet again at the end of the year. So that's a good time.
Was was it a 6-way or 7-way?
It was a 8-man tournament.
8-man tournament. Okay, I knew it was multiple people. Okay. And you have also wrestled on AEW. Wow.
Yes, I have. As I had to remind a few people who kept reminding me who kept telling me on the viral clip, oh, he's going to be on Dynamite. He's going to be on Dynamite. And I was like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess everybody's a prophet. I don't really know what that means, but been on Dark before, so I mean, it's not too far off.
Yeah, and your tag team partner was Eli who?
EJ Lewis.
EJ Lewis. Okay.
Yeah, a good friend of mine.
And y'all wrestled Santana and Ortiz. Woo.
Yeah. Some bad SOBs, man. As tough as they come.
I'm telling you, it's a shame that they're not together anymore. But man, that's pretty awesome wrestling.
Yeah, no, they're awesome dudes. Awesome team. I mean, awesome team. Can't say enough about them. I mean, they kind of beat the crap out of me, kicked my switch out of my hands, but that still give them all the respect in the world. They're two fellas who I kind of came up with in the New York scene a little bit, and like me more as a young boy trying to pay my dues, trying to squeeze my way in there, and they were like very much like top guys, booked like everywhere, and then getting signed to Impact, then getting signed to AEW, and all the things.
I was just about to ask you, was this when they were LAX, the new LAX, and all that?
No, they were firmly like proud and powerful at this time, and like they're cool dudes. Like I've known them for a little while. They used to come by Hog, which is the place they trained and came up in. So they used to come by a lot. They didn't train there per se, but they would come by every once in a while to the classes and stuff like that. And then also like, of course, they were at the shows and wrestling on the shows a lot. So like, got to know them pretty well. And, that's pretty cool. Like, to bump elbows with people like that who, pretty cool.
I know what you mean, man. I used to be a worker too and everything. And my highest fame to glory, I could say, is meeting the late Skandar Akbar. I don't know if you know who he is.
Skandar Akbar. That sounds really familiar.
I'm telling you, dude, it's before like Golden Era type stuff. This dude was in WCCW. He had the Devastation Incorporated, all that good stuff. He said I had a nice look, and I was like, I can tell everybody this. Yes.
Yeah.
I have a nice look.
Yeah, I gotta use that.
Yeah, I'm from Arkansas, and I mean, if I was from New York, I'd be right there with you, Leroy. But yeah, I love wrestling so much. So, like I said, you have fought names such as Joe Gacy, who was on NXT.
Yes.
Danhausen, the very nice, very evil.
I've actually beaten Danhausen before too. So
wow, you beat Danhausen. Hold on, did he use the teeth on you?
Unfortunately, I got a mouthful of teeth, and that was not a fun time. I gotta watch that. Those teeth, man. Those teeth did not. That was an experience. Yeah. But I got them back because I don't know if you know this about Nintendo Switch cartridges, about like how Nintendo purposely makes them really gross. Like they put a chemical over it, so kids don't eat it. Kids don't, chew on it or put it in their mouth and choke on it. So they made sure that it tastes as vile as can be. So I got him back because I got a jar full of Switch cartridges, dumped it in his mouth before I kicked him back in the face.
Oh, man. Those Switch cartridges, were they like AAA games and all that, or?
Mix of some different stuff, but
Oh, my man, you wasted over $500, Leroy.
I didn't waste them. You pick them up, you clean them off, you dust them off.
Okay.
They're all good.
I was about to say, maybe Danhausen, swallowed a couple. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, he got that's a little bit of game up for the road, I guess, right?
Yeah. I have to catch that match. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you also wrestled against Rich Swann. Hey.
Yes. That's the homie, man. That's the homie. I wrestled him in a 6-way. I want to say like 3-something years ago. I think it was the summer of 2019, one of the Hog shows. That was a really good time. Gave me a lot of really good advice after the match, and such a good dude. Every time I see him, he's really, really, really a nice dude.
I mean, he gave me a high five when I was at Raw one time. So yeah, nice dude.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. And we'll get into this guy.
Oh, no.
You have This is your trainer, correct?
Yes, that is. Yes, that is. That's the man who's taught me how to wrestle, the Amazing Red.
Yes. That's a rare DVD, folks. Oh man.
No, I was gonna say that's vintage. That's cool. I didn't even know that was a DVD, man. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, dude. I got plenty of them. I used to collect like TNA stuff like crazy, but as soon as Hogan came in, I'm like, oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. And you also went head to head, which some would say is probably, well, he's up there with the stiffness, Mr. Low Key.
Yes, that is a moment that many love to talk about to this day. It never gets old for people. Like they're always. I feel like every single time I'm in a new area, new locker room, everybody there's whispers and they're just like, "Did you really play video games with Low Key? Like, did he really do that?"
Yes. And it was like, dude, I saw this and it was so epic to me because I'm used to like seeing, video game tournaments with Street Fighter 5 going on. Like, I don't know if you ever watched this one guy named Low Tier God. He'll like lose all.
Oh my gosh. Yes, I know Low Tier God. Me and my friends. Oh,
dude gets put in his place so much. It's so funny. I mean, like, wow.
And he still finds a way to talk trash. He's like a very pro wrestling-y, to be honest. Like, it's just like,
and he's got a good build to him. He could do something. Yeah, and I'm just like, I saw this and I was like, was Low-Key dressed as Agent 47?
Hitman, yeah. I mean, yes. The tie and stuff, I mean, I would definitely say he was giving very Hitman vibes. I mean, a hit was put on me and he accepted it. So, I mean, he's definitely a bounty hunter for sure.
Okay. And then you present to him a second switch and ask him to join in on a friendly game of Street Fighter 5.
I don't know about friendly. I'm pretty sure. As soon as the game, at any moment, he could have just flipped the switch, so to speak, and put a hurting on me. So it was more of a peace offering, like hey, you're gonna kick my ass, man. Before you kick my ass, let's play a game. Come on.
Yeah.
They don't want to just see you eviscerate me. Like, come on, let's play a game. And I figured, if I beat him in Street Fighter, if I let him pick his game, he picked his character, and I beat him, then maybe there was a chance I could get into his head, and maybe when the wrestling starts, I could, sort of circumvent that, throw him off his game, so to speak. And then, it didn't really go my way.